guys, it's your girl Cheetah Mama. So today I actually wanted to do a video about a panic attack that I had. And the reason why I think it's so important to talk about these things is because people deal with it, people go through it. You know, a lot of the stuff is like to help, you know what I mean? To help. We can do better, we can be better. Anyways, let me get into my story time, okay? So one day in particular, I reached out to my homegirl and I'm just like, hey girl, like I want to get out the house. I want to go somewhere. Like I haven't seen you in forever. And she's like, okay, like I would love to see you. Come on over, you know? And I had the notion that I'm going to spend the night with her. I'm going to stay the night. I'm going to, just have girls time, right? So I go over there and one of her friends shows up. Her friend's a registered nurse. And so, oh my God, I feel like I just woke up, you guys. I feel kind of like, anyways. So one of her friends is a registered nurse, right? So what ended up happening was, I told them like, hey, I'm kind of nervous, to go anywhere because COVID had just kind of like, stuff started to open back up. So I was just kind of like, you guys, I'm kind of nervous to go anywhere. Like, I don't know, like, if this is going to work out, Now I realized that I was going to a counselor at the time, and I realized that I had anxiety, really bad. And I never knew that it was anxiety. Like, I always just felt like, I'm not feeling good. Like, this situation makes me uncomfortable. And it's kind of like there wasn't that trigger effect for me. So it's like I knew that something made me uncomfortable, but I wasn't sure, like, that it was anxiety. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was just it just made my, my skin, boil. Like I just felt my heart ripping out of my chest. I had trouble breathing. And I lived with anxiety for so long, you guys, that I didn't even realize that I was constantly having anxiety, attacks pretty much. So we go to this place, we have a good time, we're drinking, we're just, I'm drunk, you know what I mean? I'm with my homegirl, her friend's cool, we're having a good ass time, right? So I'm at this place and it's like a restaurant, you know what I mean? It's like a restaurant. And so, we sat down, we ate. I did tell the girl who's a nurse, like, that I, was nervous to come out and stuff because COVID had just kind of, let up and things just started opening up, and that I'm scared. I have a lot of anxieties. My anxiety was that I'm scared to lose my child because I, as a mother, I'm a single mother. And if you follow me, you know my story. And as a single mother, I did not want to lose my child in any way, shape, or form as far as for me. You know what I mean? Like, COVID was very, very big, and it still is, you guys. There's a Delta out now. You know what I mean? So it was like, I just was like, I want to be here for my child, because if anything were to happen to me, I don't need her to go stay with her pedophilic dad or grandpa, you know what I mean? Or crazy ass mother-in-law from hell, or, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. I feel like, I feel like I am the best qualified person for the job. So in my mind, I'm always feeling like I need to keep my health up. Like, I can't be, going out here catching COVID. So I go to this place, and honestly, it's like it was a restaurant. Next thing I know, it's like people were standing up. They were still eating like it was a restaurant, but they had hookahs, and people were just all over the place. They were so close to me. Like, I was doing good. I was there for like a good couple of hours because we were eating. We were just kind of drinking and just enjoying each other. So I think that the moment it was getting late. It was getting late, and I'm like thinking to myself, like, are we leaving? Like, because they were very chill. Like, my friend and them were really messed up. They were very chill and in like the moment or whatever the crap. And so I was just like ready to go. I was like, you guys, like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm tired. Like, I want to go home. I don't feel comfortable. When are we going? And the nurse, which is my friend's friend, was just like, calm down, take a deep breath, it's okay, you're okay. Like, because I guess maybe she knew that something was coming, you know what I mean? She's like, it's okay, you're okay. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm fine. I'm just, smoking the hookah, waiting for them to get done with their last round of shots. And at some point, I was standing by myself, sitting next to a random guy, some type of way. This random guy comes, sits down. My friend goes and has a conversation with her other friend, and they had met up with mutual friends there because it was somebody's birthday they knew or something like that. So I was kind of just sitting there with this random ass guy, and he's smoking this hookah, you know what I mean? And it kind of like is coming into my face, like the smoke, you know what I mean? And I just was freaking out. Like, I kept on, moving away from him and stuff like that. But it's like he kept on like trying to talk to me. You know how guys are, and it's like all in my face, like right here. He's like, oh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, like, and I'm just like, like, back up. You know what I mean? You're smoking a goddamn hookah. The smoke is going everywhere. I'm starting to, in my soul, feel like, oh my God, I'm about to catch COVID. Oh my God, I'm about to die. Oh my God, what am I gonna do with my child? Like, oh my God, is she gonna die? Like, every bad thought that can come to my mind in that moment just hit me. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, these people, there's so many people, they're standing up, they're all over the place. Like, what's going on? Like, I freaked out, you guys. I completely freaked out. So I go get my friend, like, I was smoking this hookah, and I found it hard to breathe. Like, my chest was hurting. I'm like I just like started to lose it. I started to lose it, you guys. Like, I felt the decline. I felt it in that moment. I knew that, oh my God, I am losing it right now. Like, I feel so defeated by COVID. I feel defeated by everything. I have worked so hard for this past year and a half to not catch COVID, and I'm at this restaurant, thinking that, oh, it's, everything's gonna be okay, and everything wasn't okay, you guys. So, oh my God, let me cut my light on. Oh my God, you guys. And everything wasn't okay, right? So I'm like freaking out. I'm breathing hard. Like, I'm sweating, you guys. Like, I remember like feeling my sweat coming down. I remember breathing hard. I go and get my homegirl who's a nurse, because for some reason, like, she made me feel so comfortable there, kept telling me to breathe and stuff. I felt like maybe she knows what's going on. I don't know. I didn't know I was having a panic attack. Like, I just did not feel good. I was like, I just want to go home. When are we going home? I just want to go home. And I just was breathing really hard. I could not breathe. I'm tapping on her. Can I go home? She's like, wait right here. Let me pay for my shit. You know what I mean? She's like, wait right here. Breathe. Don't go nowhere. So I was breathing, I was trying to breathe, and it was muffled breathing. I was like, like, it was getting really bad. Like, I was starting to really freak out that I'm going to die. I am going to die today. COVID is here. I'm going to die. That's how I felt. And so, she gets her stuff in order and stuff like that. Next thing you know, it's like I just started getting hot. I started getting sweaty. She's like, stay right here. She kind of, I'm like in the middle of the floor. She's like, let me go get Ashley or whatever, my friend. She's drunk, and we did that. And so I'm standing in the middle of the floor, like, everybody's like kind of, people are at their seats and stuff like that, whatever. So I'm standing in the middle of the floor, and I just kind of like fell down. Like, in that moment, I think I just felt defeated. I felt tired. I felt drunk. I felt anxiety. I was breathing hard. I couldn't breathe. I was hot. I was sweaty. Like, I just like started to get so bad. I started to cry. I was crying. It was really devastating for me. It was very embarrassing. Like, when I think about it now, I'm like, yeah, I was kind of embarrassed. They were probably like, who's that girl on the floor? Like, who's that girl on the floor crying? Why is she crying? Like, like, I can only imagine what people were thinking, seeing me here crying. Of course, and for the most part, it felt like people weren't even looking. You're like, damn, like, you could sit up here and die in the middle of the goddamn floor, and no one would even think anything or help in any type of way. So my friend's friend comes and gets me and tries to walk me out, but of course she couldn't hold me. So she's like trying to hold on to me, and my other friend is just drunk, she's out of it, but she's coming along to the car. And so some random guy we didn't know also decided to help pick me up, and he kind of picked me up a little bit, like I was walking, but he was holding me, and she was holding me, and they walked me to the car. I get in the car, and I'm just like breathing, and my chest was hurting. My chest was hurting so bad. Like, they finally got me to breathe properly. She kept like, breathe. So she finally got me to breathe properly, and so I did. and I started to calm down a lot. I was out of the environment. I was in the car. I was with just my friends, and I just started to calm down completely, thank God. And so I was telling her, like, my chest hurts. Like, I feel so much better. I just felt better. You know what I mean? And I've never experienced that before. I was so emotional. I was so sad. I was so just everything, you guys. Like, it was just the worst experience of my life. Like, I probably felt like I was about to have a heart attack. I literally, for some reason, thought that I was dying in that moment. I thought, oh my God, I'm about to have a heart attack. You know, like, it was just not doing well for me. My chest was killing me. When I say my chest was hurting, it was hurting. And so I'm in the car and calming down. I text my boyfriend or whatever and told him, hey, I just had a panic attack, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I'm going to be coming home today, because I think I'm supposed to come back to his house. And so he was just like, he called me, you know, and he's like, are you okay? Do you need anything? And, and so I'm like, oh, I'm probably just going to stay here because I need to rest or whatever. And he's like, okay, yeah, rest. You probably don't need to be driving if you're, you know, feeling not good like that. I, of course, was around the nurse, and over time, I was able to relax, calm down, chill, like, you know, be present. And then I started to really think about what happened to me and think about how I felt really out of control. Was not a good experience. It was the first, and I haven't had one since. I did go and explain to my counselor, and she was just saying that, you know, we're going through healing work here. So sometimes a lot of stuff is coming up. A lot of things are coming to the surface that you've held down for so long. So she's like, when you do healing work, like, sometimes, you know, like, it hits you, you know. And she tried to explain to me, like, you know, taking control of my anxieties. And so that's what I've been learning. And so in the next video, I will kind of explain how I've taken control of my anxieties. And I'm not completely healed yet, but it's a healing process. And so I'm going uphill from here. You guys, be so careful out there. This COVID, I'm sure, is not a joke. Delta, I'm sure, is not a joke. Please just be careful. You know, take your vitamins, drink water, work out, like, do things that is going to keep you in health and keep you fit. You know what I mean? Do things that's going to get the job done for you. Stay safe out there. Always follow your gut intuition. If something seems like it's not right, it's not right. If something seems wrong, it's wrong. If something is making you have to question it, anything that happens in the world, in your life, always come forward with it with caution. Always. Because what my anxiety has taught me is that it's not a bad thing to be aware, to be in tune, to be, you know what I mean? To feel those feelings. It's not bad, but there's a way to control it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to be a little cautious. Sometimes it's good to have that a little bit of anxiety towards certain situations, because sometimes it's your body telling you that something's wrong. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you guys have had an anxiety, panic attack story, let me know. Stay safe, breathe, take your vitamins, drink your water, work out. Sorry, I'm reiterating, but do what you gotta do, okay? We only have one life. Do not take your life for granted. I'm not. I'm fixing myself. I'm molding myself. I'm doing what I have to do to not take my life for granted. And you guys, be careful. I love you guys.